Alright, first off, Happy New Year's, everyone. I don't know, I guess we'll see here. It is currently, in local time, it's different, yeah, per time zone. But in local time, it's currently 9:08 p.m. on the 31st of December, 2022. It's about to be 2023 here, and I was like, you know what? How about for the New Year's, we go ahead and stream some more of this game. I've recently realized that, you know, the pace of this game has definitely been pretty slow on the channel. I realized that, especially after having done Nier Automata. As the last new playthrough of the year, we started Nier Automata and went all the way through to finishing it within 2 weeks, within under 2 weeks, technically. And that became a 50-part series. Whereas Pokémon Scarlet and Violet, which has been out for over a month, is at 49 parts currently, so this will become part 50 when this goes up over on YouTube. So it's like, huh, a game that's been out for over a month, and I'm at 49, whereas a game that I was only covering for, you know, less than 2 weeks, and I managed to do, like, a full playthrough 50-part series, and then it's done, and it's like, yeah, I really have not been committing a massive ton to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. One of the big reasons for that is I kind of wanted to, like, space things out between sessions for a couple reasons. One is to wait for potentially, like, some new cool art to slap on the layout, but honestly, the situation with that is in a kind of tricky position where it's like, I don't know if there is going to be more on that front or not. The other smaller reason is just like being able to see what people are saying in comments and potentially, you know, address some of the stuff that's going on there in case anyone brings anything really interesting to my attention. By not getting too carried away. Like now at this point, if anyone comments on my Nier Automata stuff, it's like it's not gonna affect anything. The playthrough's done since I went so ham, for example, you know. So I like having that kind of freedom. But yeah, so I was trying to kind of take it, what's going on with this away? Whoa, my goodness. So I was kind of trying to take it a little bit slow with this series and, you know, get like more cool artwork and stuff going. But what the heck? But I don't know if that's going on. Like, it might be. We might still be able to get like some new stuff added to the layout, but you know, the game's been out for over a month now, and you know, I've only still beaten one of the stories. Like, when did this come out? November 18th, November 19th, and it's the 31st of December currently. And, you know, I've only beaten one of the 3 main stories and gotten partway through another. It's like, huh, should I just go ham at this point? Like, should I go decently ham this stream? I might just do it. Another thing that I kind of wanted to wait for is I kind of wanted to organize with, like, some other content creator friendos coming into this and showcasing the multiplayer and stuff. And yeah, that might well be happening. With some people coming up here, gotta work things out with some schedules and stuff. And I honestly wonder if I should do that after doing story content. Because I chatted with someone recently who, I think I mentioned this during the last Scarlet and Violet stream on the one that we did on Christmas Eve, about how the multiplayer in this game works. Apparently, if you do, like, story content, you just, like, vanish for everyone else, and everyone else vanishes for you. You just kind of go invisible and stuff, so it's like, oh, is there really any point to showcasing it then? Maybe just show off that that's, like, a thing that happens, apparently, from what I hear, if you do story content. So, you know, there's that. Do you believe some ham is in order? I should probably just go ham. Should probably just do that. But yeah, more as you beat the game, and the fact that the endgame is so good honestly makes you angry about how subpar everything else seems compared to it. People keep telling me that. People keep telling me, they're like, oh, the story actually goes in some really interesting directions and does some interesting things. And the game's been out for, you know, close to a month and a half now. So, you know, considering I haven't gotten to that point yet myself, I probably really should just go ham. Besides, like, the sooner this gets beaten, the sooner I can work on, like, the full script to the video essay of this, you know? So far, I've only worked on Chapter 1, which is everything before release, so, like, pre-order bonuses, their whole release stance, yada yada. And Chapter 2, which is just generally how this game handles itself as an open-world game. And those are basically the only chapters that I could really, you know, finish off while still in progress of the game. I kind of want to get to writing the whole rest of it. As for editing it, I have not started any editing myself, but editing is in progress. There is progress being made on Chapter 1 because that Eagle nerd is working on some stuffs for me. So I've seen, like, snippets of what he's been sending me. Eagle's editing style is, like, quite decently different than mine, so it'll be interesting having, like, different chapters of the video essay, my goodness, have, like, very different editing styles. And the snippets that he's sent me, and we've seen on stream during, I think it was Persona we were playing, There seems to, like, there's gonna be some decent wackiness going on with chapter 1 there. So, yeah, there is what's going on with that. Anyway, okay, and it was the 18th that it came out there. But yeah, let's just see here. Felt very similar when you beat Pokemon Violet, really like the end game, but everything else is just kind of meh. Always forgot how awesome Annihilate looks. It is pretty neat, isn't it? But yeah, same not even halfway through Violet, but catching up on other games, yeah. Like, and a smaller part of not, you know, going all that crazy on this is, like, I honestly don't have a massive ton of motivation to play this game, is the thing. People keep on telling me that the end game and the way that the plot goes by the end is actually really good, and like, oh my goodness, wow, an actual good plot in a Pokemon game. Or in a main series Pokemon game, I should say. We haven't seen this since Pokemon Black and White, is what people keep telling me. So, like, I kind of want to get to that point and see it, but, you know, everything else that I'm doing, like, as I mentioned before, there is fun to be had, but my motivation to keep going just isn't there, really. Especially considering this is an open world game where I no longer feel compelled to explore, because, like, what am I going to go out and find? You know, some other Pokemon species that I'm missing if I'm trying to fill up the Pokedex, I guess. Like, I don't know there. But yeah, let's just see here. Yeah, I saw little bits of the rant on Discord there. I didn't go through everything because I didn't want to get, like, spoil myself. We have two choices. Let's do this. We're gonna either do the Quaking Earth Titan, so we're gonna do the Paradox Donphan, or the Worm. Vote now on your phones. Are we doing the... What even is Donphan? What do you describe it as? The weird large armadillo thing? Or do we do the Worm? Vote now on your phones. But yeah, let's just see here. Any story involving Arven is good in your opinion? Very agreeable character. I can vibe with him being like a cool long-haired guy there. Happy New Year, Destine. And everyone stopping in here. Hope everyone has like an awesome New Year's Eve here. Maybe it might already be New Year, depending on like time zone. People are saying Worm. Same honestly beat the game and just kind of dropped it. They may be, they may be me and Worms. Donphan is a tire elephant. Okay, tire elephant. That's probably a good way to put it. I think we're doing the Worm. What? No, don't check details. Set as destination. So then we go here. Yeah, sure. Let's do that. Well, we had one vote for Donphan, and wait a second. No, you voted for 2. Retora Master. But either way, that's 1 vote for Donphan and 3 for Woim. One of which came from the very same person that voted for Donphan. It seems like we got wormy stuff going on. Alright, time to go do the Worm. You might notice on the layout, though, that I have the thing. Like, with the power of trading, with the power of having patched this game, and with the help of family members, my little cousin traded me the item that I needed to evolve my Ethel here. And conveniently, I think the name is Cerulege, is the actual name of the Pokemon. Cerulege is like one of the few Pokemon that actually has an official art of it out already. Most of the, gosh, I'm not even touching you! Most of the Pokemon in, like, most of the new Generation 9 ones don't have official arts for them yet, because they just haven't been out long enough, and, you know, the Pokemon company doesn't want to spoil what Pokemon are in it and stuff, so, you know, they hold off on releasing official arts for a little while, so that, my goodness, this frame rate. So that people can go in and discover what the heck is going on. I assume would probably be the reason, I don't know. But, you know, most new Pokemon don't get official arts for quite some time. But, Cerulege and Amur, whatever the heck it is, it started with Amur something, got official arts and stuff, because they were one of the ones that they revealed, like, you know, a decent bit before the game came out. So, I thought I was gonna have to draw, like, a super basic... Can I pick that up? I was mashing A, I swear. I thought I was gonna have to draw, like, a super basic Cerulege, but I didn't. Oh my goodness, nice poppin'. Like, I swear, this does not feel like an official Pokemon game. This does feel like a mod somebody made straight. What? Hey, this is the Titan Pokemon? Ah! What? Ah, rain! I love rain! Let me just drink all that up. Oh, I love this water so much. What the heck? He's just there. As you can see, your autocorrect sucks. I understand the feel there. Another part of your rant you deem important is how strong auto battle is. Reduced experience. Reduced experience being nothing compared to the benefits. Auto battle is just more experience per second. Yeah, that's what I noticed when I was in the snowy area, for sure, with Ethel. Yeah. It do be like that. Oh boy, a mini game where I'm just okay, neat. Whoa, but yeah, they really gotta flesh out Pokemon Home and take like forever before it releases. Gotta make sure that it's all fine. Wouldn't want people to not be able to pay for the glorified ransomware. But their mainline games just get out there. What? 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 What the heck do I do here? Wait, I'm so confused. Do I press A? I pressed A. I was mashing A that time. What is happening? Oh. What is that look of mine? I'm just like drifting off in another world. Ah, it's a person! What even are you? I was just like over there being stoned or something. More stoned than that one guy in the Germany hostel cafeteria in that one story that I tell sometimes. But yeah, so I was like, you know, let's have Ethel at the front. I don't know what level this thing is. You know, because Ethel is my lowest level Pokemon. We'll see here. Also, in regards to 2023, I want to start some new things on the channel in 2023. Namely, I wanted to make a new channel banner, and I made that literally earlier today, and then slapped it up. Because, you know, as much as I liked having a whole lot of art on the channel banner, it was pretty overwhelming, and, like, none of the specific aspects stand out all that much. So the new revised version that I did as of today, it still has, like, a whole bunch of art, but some things are meant to stand out a whole lot more than others. I can show, like, the comparison here that I was posting in the announcements thingamabob. So, interesting little thing with channel changing over time. So here was the banner, like, forever ago. This actual background was thrown together, and this, like, middle thingamabob was thrown together by a good friend of mine. And then eventually I took that and I expanded on that, and I was like, oh, yeah, there's Acoustic Harmonia, playthroughs plus video essays, and, like, a bazillion bits of art that have surfaced around the channel and stuff like that. Whereas now, the stuff that I threw together earlier today, I was like, alright, this all kind of blends together. Let's make sure that some elements are standing out. So, like, I adjusted the colors of these a lot more to make them pop. So, here, they're just kind of, like, 2D. They kind of blend in. They're kind of boring. But I try to make them, like, really pop now. Because I'm so much better at graphic design nowadays than I was back then. I was like, alright, let's have them be, like, the two halves representing, like, the two big aspects of this channel. And really, you know, make it a lot clearer what this channel is. It's like a one-hand playthroughs, which we do now have over 150 completed. I believe as of Deer Simulator in the last 24-hour cherry issue, Deer Simulator was actually number 150, and then Nier Automata was like number 151 then. In that case, is the thing. We're at 150 plus playthroughs completed and counting. And then for video essays, I was just like, oh yeah, let's do like reviews, discussions. This font unfortunately has very small commas. I might make it larger later, as I did with the pluses, because it had tiny pluses as well, so I just put that on separately. And it's like, ah yes, it's an analysis of game design arguments, social and cultural impacts, leitmotifs, technology, and AI, stuff like that, and more. I didn't really have space to put and more. But I was like, yeah, let's do that. In terms of actual new content around here, I want to start doing shorts. And namely, I don't want to like put more workload on my shoulders of like actually making short form content like it's completely original. I might sometimes if I'm feeling spicy with some sort of a meme that pops into my head. But probably mostly just Twitch clips. You know? Because there's been so many wacky moments around here throughout the years. What if I just like slap them on YouTube as shorts, because shorts and short form content, it's the new hip thing with the kids. So earlier today I was preparing like what the heck even? I was preparing a shorts folder on my computer of like a whole bunch of really wacky Twitch clips from throughout the years, and I might figure out some sort of a shorts schedule. I'm sure there'll be a lot of clips from this game in there. I'll make like a shorts playlist and stuff like that. So that's my plan there. But yeah, let's just see here. Oh, I already read that one. It's supposed to be taken on around the 3rd/4th gym. Okay. Gotcha then. Sans your passion, what, like YouTube or content creation? It's definitely not doing shorts. It's definitely not that. I spent far too much time, 4 minutes, editing that they pay me in Williams thing. Is that a reference to something? Like, I read it, but I wasn't 100% certain that I understood it. I'm mashing A. Like, okay, what is happening? Wow, it sure is a crazy puzzle that I'm solving here. I don't know what I'm doing. Ah, dust! My eyes! The Titan Earthworm began eating something. Harmonia, you managed to pin down the Titan. Yeah, I did. That's the lurking steel Titan? It's well, it sure is long. The jokes that I could make here. I think our little friend might be even feistier now after eating those herbs. We're gonna need to do this together, Harmonia. Alright, let's do it. It was a graphic design is my passion joke. Oh, they paid me Wipes thing is the Pokemon channel. Okay. Gotcha. Well, that's one pierced worm. Alright. Oh, he has one of those tentacles. Doesn't matter how big an opponent is. Victory's gonna taste so good, seasoned by my Toad School. That's what it is, Toad School. I've seen the way that thing runs, and it amuses me. It definitely cracks me up, I do have to say. Apparently, Ceruledge, I believe the name is. I'm just gonna say Ethel. Gets a really cool. Oh, of course. Gets a really cool exclusive physical fire move, but only at like level 46 or something like that. And I did dump in a whole bunch of my my EXP candies that I got from raids. But alas, rap. Oh. This has been a pretty lame battle, hasn't it? Well, the wild earthworm became confused. I've been confused this whole time. It's not just you, buddy. Alright, it's super effective. Wow, I love how he just snaps back to position instead of turning. Favorite part. Alright, banished to the Quantum Realm. You defeated the Titan Earthworm. Well, Emerge got their signature move around level 60, huh? I think I was reading on Cerebi that it was like 46 or something. Swords Dance could be hella cool, but I mean, so the current moves are Flame Charge for physical fire move, Shadow Claw for physical ghost move for the two types there, and then like Shadow Sneak just for like a physical priority move. And then this thing is interesting, Solar Blade. So I guess that's like the counterpart to Solar Beam, like the physical counterpart there. And I thought that sounded kind of cool. We have a different grass type though. I was kind of curious to see it. I don't know, we can see it another time. I'll stop on Sword Dance, sure. The signature move that triggers the arm cannon animation and the attack isn't centered? Wait, so it's just like in that trailer. Because wasn't that something that I was calling out in one of the trailer discussions that we did? That it wasn't centered, and it's the exact same way it's released? Okay, yeah, it's that. Oh, man. Yeah, the stuff that they show in trailers is basically the final product, you know. Did it, Harmonia. Way to go, little buddy. You get a good look at its face, though? Yeah, you gotta remember its face so you can report it to the police later. Didn't expect a Titan to be such a little cutie. The freaking worm. But if we go in here, we'll find more of that Urban Mystica I ate before. Let's go find it before that thing can regroup. What do you mean before that thing can regroup? What? There was only one of it. There wasn't multiple of it. Saying it can regroup implies that there's multiple of it. That or when we defeated it, we like tore it into segments or something like that. We just ripped it apart in a gruesome way. But it censored that. But Arven revealed what really happened in his dialogue there, being like, we better get in there before it can regroup. I don't know. So there's that. Yeah. There's that. Come out, wherever you are. Who's he talking to? Hey, look, a random dusk ball over there. Again, this is not like the unpatched version. This is patched. This is version 1.1. It's been over a month since this game has been out. And these little Pokeballs that just exist in the center of so many areas, even in the middle of cutscenes, are still around. Like, did they not have anyone playtest the cutscenes and be like, there's a Pokeball there, should you take it away? Or maybe they're, you know, deadlines to meet. Yes, found it. Here's our little herb. This game upsets me. This game makes me really upsetty spaghetti. Yeah, it makes me salty. That's right. Yeah, that. This shape, this sheen. Looks like it'll taste horrible, which means it's gotta be good for you. Yeah, I feel like things aren't gonna get patched if people don't complain about them, you know? Like, they apparently fixed some of the performance issues. I honestly don't notice that much of a difference playing unpatched / with the day one patch. But according to other people say that after the patches and updates that they've put out that, you know, it runs better and stuff. But, you know, the biggest thing that people were complaining about were just general performance issues. They were like, oh, let's just put out a patch that fixes, like, some general performance issues. And then call it a day. No one's really bringing up stuff like the model storage issue. yeah, guess we don't need to fix it then. Why invest resources into that? You know, it's it really is the perfect example of, you know, big IPs basically just needing to do what they need to do and don't need to do any more than that, you know, if that makes sense. So, yeah, a dev ball. The dev ball, that's what you've been talking about. Yeah, that shaped the sheen. Looks like I read that. Let's see. What does this book have to say? Well, apparently, salty herba mystica helps with aching hands and feet. Good for neuropathy and numbness. I was reading that like neurotherapy for a hot second, but we got muscle weakness. It supposedly builds up strength again. No time to waste. Let's get some food going. All right, time to seriously chow down. But yeah, not just dev ball. It's like the weird thing with. Wait, hold on. You might need to clarify, actually. Oh, I might not actually know then. I'm sorry for the wait. There's a super healthy sandwich that'll perk you right up once you eat it. Plus, as a token of our friendship, here's another Titan badge. Just put it on as you eat. Okay. Player model storage. Yeah, so that. But that does still sound like a dev kind of thingamabob there. Which, yeah, I don't know why they wouldn't just, like, hide it underneath the map. Or set its opacity to 0. Or just, like, turn off that layer's visibility. Like they did for literally the eyes of Map Boss Stiff, because they couldn't bother to make an eyes closed part to its model. They just, like, turned off all the opacity of its eyes, just, like, disabled that layer. So they can do that when Map Boss Stiff apparently needs to have its eyes closed and open them again when they're really open the whole time and they just light up. But they couldn't bother to do that for the model storage. That is pretty big, isn't it? Pretty big. For some reason, player model storage is at 0, 0 each map. So weird. You know, when I was making a game for one of my university classes where we basically made like a small, like 20 to 30 minute indie game during the 3 months of that class, we were just using a basic software RPG maker so that even the non-computing science students, like the artist and the composer and the story writer and stuff like that, could contribute to code as well. But in that, we did have things that we would need to put on the map that would hold things like variables, that might hold things like models. Like, that is a thing that I have done in game design. That's something that I have experience in. But, 1, they were outside of the map, and 2, they were invisible. There was nothing set up. You could set something to them if you wanted to. Like, you absolutely could set something to it. But there's no reason to. I guess, you know, it's a lot easier to see where it is if it's invisible in, like, a 2D space as opposed to a 3D space, and they made it visible for, like, development purposes to be able to, like, find it, interact with it again, tinker around with, like, the variables inside and stuff. But to think that they wouldn't have, like, a memo at the end being like, oh yeah, let's, you know, set it to invisible when we're done. No, nothing like that. But yeah, in my game development experience, we just had it invisible from the get-go and outside the map. Like, both solutions there, and we're able to get by with it just fine, you know. Really curious about how long this game was in development. Yeah, that's what I'm curious about as well, and also like how much their resources were split, because you would have to presume that Legends Arceus and this game would have had to have been in development for like alongside each other for a lot of their development time, and with, you know, the same studio, Game Freak. If there was still part of Game Freak working on things like Isle of Armor, Crown Tundra, when development of this might have started, you know? Like, they did take some workload off their shoulders by giving BSP to a company that's never made a game before, but, you know. Come on out, Map Boss Stiff, food's up. Look at the freaking... You can see the dust ball right there. Did they really not notice it? Are you actually kidding me? Oh, man. This game makes me so upsetty spaghetti. Like, I cannot with this game. Yeah, just shove that back in the back pocket. Oh, would you look at that? Seems like someone's got a proper appetite now. Nom. Ah! Also, thinking about, like, good eating animations and stuff like that, I don't remember what video I heard about this from. I think it was a critical video, that talked about, I think it was in Yakuza, like, this eating bread animation that was so dang good that people were like, holy crap, why is the bread eating animation so good? And, hold on, let's see here. Yakuza bread eating. Hold on, let me see if I can find this. I remember looking this up. Let's see here. Amazing Yakuza bread. So what game is this exactly? I don't know which one exactly this is, but this video was posted like 2 years ago. So it's not anything like super duper brand new, but like recent history, it seems like. Still recent in the gaming industry. But like, for reference,
You go.
look at this for example. Like, I remember seeing this as like, holy crap! Like, obviously a Switch game would never, you know, be something like that. But, it's like, wow! That's friggin' amazing! But, you know, even if the Switch would never get up to that level of quality, but still, the highest grossing media IP of all time. Just, you know, anytime anyone eats anything, they just eat the air in front of them. It's like, really? Yeah, that really is top tier bread. It's probably like the best taking a bite of something animation I've ever seen in a video game. Seems like that fellow is also slowly regaining its original strength. Still, doesn't look like it's anywhere near close to returning to its battle form. Man, gotta eat more sandwiches. Seems healthy enough physically. Maybe it's got some kind of mental block that's preventing it from returning to its true form. Its true form is just it's standing up. Is all it is. I see that the creativity between forms here is about as creative as the new Pikachu clone that just stands up as it evolves. Vote now on your phones. What is this, Persona 5 choices? I've read about it in books before. Mental scar, like psychological trauma, you know? I think that's what you call it. Brett actually tore itself lends attention to detail. Yeah, I was really surprised in seeing that. It's like, why would they go so hard on you know, on a bread eating animation there? Like, they did not at all have to go that hard. A game like this, they absolutely had to go harder. Like, I feel like there's like a good middle ground of like acceptable range. There's, you know, too little of like, wow, that's like, wow, you know? And then there's like the too much where it's like, well, there's no such thing as too much, but the kind of thing where it's like, wow, they really put a decent amount of time and resources into this one shot of eating bread. Wow, okay, you know, I'll take it. Maybe I had a terrifying experience in battle, and now it's scared to battle at all. Hello, Dom. Well, don't worry, I'll make sure that Brute and Mabos Stiff will make a full recovery eventually. The last stream we did on the channel was like almost 13 hours long of Persona 5, and after reading all the stuff there, I feel like my brain is just fried in terms of reading words. How do you feel, Mabos Stiff? How's that Herba Mystica working? No pressure. Not like it's fair to expect every kind of Herba Mystica to have some huge effect, right? Appreciate the 50 bits there, Anima. It's a guy!
Hey look, a guy.
Yeah, that's me. How are you doing today, Anima? I appreciate the 50 bits there. And I'm sure Darkrai there appreciates it too. It's not like the effect has to be immediate either. Yeah, I'd be very surprised if there was like immediate effect shown. Is that just like a Pokeball that he left on the rock? I don't know why it doesn't roll off. Hey, it's okay. Don't worry. Moni and I are gonna make sure you're right as rain. Got one more up to go, and I bet it's the best of them all. Oh, speaking about things that seem slightly off, it's just gotta be. I was tinkering around with this layout earlier today, adding things like Ethel and adding a shadow to Kirby there, because apparently I forgot to do that before. And I accidentally did one thing wrong, so I hit Control-Z to undo. And there's so many things on this layout that it made, like, OBS, and to extent, like, my entire computer just bugged the hell out, and it kind of messed my layout up a little bit. Namely, it moved some of my Pokemon around, like Vivian and the Pokeballs. Like, it moved the Pokeballs, like, way up behind the game capture for some reason, and I don't know why. So I tried to put it as close back to as where it was, but it might be off by a couple of frames. So if ever there's like some clip in the video essay that jumps from like a clip from pre-disaster to a clip post-disaster, and the Pokeballs are like a few frames off from where they are in the last one, then that's the reason why, and I apologize, and it might just be one of those little things that you might notice in the essay that is just like, wow, that's a slight annoyance there, isn't it? So there's that. I haven't seen it yet, but I want to here. I've been meaning to. Alright, Harmonia? Because people have told me about it and stuff. Next up, our little Urbunch should be the last. We can't lose steam until we're done. Let's keep up our momentum. Here we go. Neat. But yeah, walked 15 miles today. That was quite a decent bit of walking around there. Reminds me of when I spent 4 hours hiking around a island of Capri this past October. You're good, you're stuffed? Yeah, or, yeah, could always get a taxi in New York there. Your brain is fried, your feet and legs are basically broken mentally. Yeah, I understand that feel. Loading.